As I said, guys, we are going through three major topics in cycling a tank. That will be what is cycling a tank, why should we cycle a tank, and how should we cycle a tank. And if you guys are searching for something like this, do watch this video till the end. So I hope that you guys will get a new understanding of what is cycling a tank. So with that said, I will start with what is cycling a tank. What is cycling a tank? Cycling a tank is a process every beginners or anyone who is setting up a new fish tank has to go through so that they can grow beneficial bacteria in their system to support any livestock or decaying matter that is inside the aquarium. And I'm pretty sure that a few of you guys don't understand what I said just now, so I'll explain it a bit more easier. So you feed your fish, and I'm pretty sure you guys know that not all the food that you put inside the aquarium get eaten by the fish. So what happens to the uneaten food that is inside the aquarium? What happens is that it will sink to the bottom and stay there and decay. So remember that. Obviously, you feed your fish eats, and your fish poop. And what happened to that poop? So what happened to the decaying food and the decaying poop inside your aquarium is both of them will have to decay and release ammonia. And if you guys do have a little bit of knowledge in chemistry, you guys will know that ammonia is a very toxic substance to any living thing, including us. With high amounts of ammonia in the water, it will literally kill every living thing inside the aquarium, including your corals, fishes, invertebrates, anything that you put it, anything that is living inside the aquarium. This is where cycling a tank comes in. So we cycle a tank to grow beneficial bacteria which will convert the ammonia to nitrite, and then another batch of bacteria will convert the nitrite to nitrate, which is less toxic to the fishes, and the fishes can live with a reasonably high amount of nitrates in the aquarium before we do a water change. And I will talk all about water change in my coming up videos, so stay tuned for that too. So coming back to the topic again, this is what every aquarist would like to call the nitrogen cycle. And how do we get the beneficial bacteria? This is where the cycling process comes in. So right now, since we all know what is cycling a tank, now we'll go through the why should we cycle a tank. And as I said, we should cycle a tank to grow beneficial bacteria in our aquarium to support the livestock that we are going to put inside the aquarium. And the livestock that I mean will be invertebrates, fishes, corals, everything can release ammonia to their breathing or through excretion. Beneficial bacteria is the only thing that converts ammonia to nitrite and nitrite to nitrate. So that is why the cycling process is important, and this is why we should do the cycling tank. And now, since we know that why should we cycle a tank and what is cycling a tank, we will go through how to cycle a tank. So there's three major ways that is proven that is being used in the aquarium hobby. So the first one will be fishless cycle. Second process is big fish cycle, and third one will be water and bacteria products to cycle. So this is the three major processes on how we cycle a tank. So we'll go to the first one, which will be the fishless cycle. So this is the best way for now that we can use, where we don't have any fishes in the aquarium for about a month, and we can introduce ammonia inside the aquarium through putting in any decaying matter such as prawns, fish foods, maybe sponges from other already existing aquariums. There's pros and cons to this process, and I'll go through the pros first. The pros is that this is very good for the fish, because the fish don't have to go through high amounts of ammonia throughout the cycling process. And the other pro is that the bacteria will be much more stable, because the bacteria do colonize in your aquarium water, so they are already used to aquarium parameters. So what are the cons of this process? The cons of this process is that it takes a long time. So what do I mean it takes a long time? So if you guys think decaying is a long process, so if you guys put a prawn or fish food inside the aquarium, it's gonna take a little while for that food or the prawn to decay. When the food of prawn decays, it will have to release ammonia, and the ammonia have to be converted into nitrite and then the nitrates, as I said. So this process takes a bit more time, minimum of 1 month, without any fishes, and this process is one of the great processes to go through. The second process is where we use a fish to cycle the tank. So as I said, fish will release ammonia when they breathe through their gills. We don't have to wait for a food or a prawn to decay and release ammonia. The fish doing it for you by releasing ammonia through breathing. So this process has its pros and cons. So I'll go through the pros. The pros is that the process will be much faster because the fish is releasing pure ammonia, which will speed up the process, and the bacteria can appear much faster. And this is the pro of the with fish cycle. So what are the cons of this cycle? The cons of this cycle is that this is a very stressful the fish, because the fish has to go through the ammonia spike, which where the ammonia rises up inside the aquarium, which will be stressful for the fish because it is toxic for any living things. So if you guys do choose this route to cycle your tank, make sure you guys choose a hardy fish such as clownfish, because it is a very hardy fish and it is a community fish. You guys will have no problem adding other fishes in your future. So that is the pros and cons of the with fish cycle in the tank. Going to the last method, which will be the bacteria in the bottle cycling, where we use products to introduce bacteria straight up into the aquarium, and the process will be much faster, where some of the products do say that we can even cycle a tank in a week. So if you guys have no patience and your fish is faster, maybe you guys can choose the third method, even though it is a bit costly to buy this kind of bacteria and bottle products. But if you guys do have a little bit of money laying around, you guys can choose this method. And I'm pretty sure that anyone in your house is not going to be happy to see a tank just running without any fishes in them and wasting electric. So I'm pretty sure you guys can use this method if you guys do have money, or you guys can just use the fish food or prawn method if you guys don't have money like me. Obviously I'm using the first method. So I will be adding the first batch of fishes into the quarantine, and that will be another video, so do check out that video too. It's going to be an epic one. So this is kind of a boring topic, but make sure you guys do cycle your tank so that you guys can stay in this hobby much longer, and don't be lazy and not cycle your tank. Okay guys, so since now we have already gone through all three methods, how do we know that our tank is cycled? So the most obvious method will be to test your water parameters in the aquarium. If you guys are gonna test your aquarium, you guys gonna need a test kit, which will be the ammonia test kit, the nitrate test kit, and the nitrate test kit. So this is the three test kits that you guys are gonna need to test your water parameters. So you guys can test your water parameters, and you guys will see that the ammonia level in your aquarium will go up and then will come down to zero again, and then you guys will see that the nitrite will rise and then will come to zero back, and that is when your process is over, and that is when you guys can start to add your fishes after you guys do 50% or more water change in your aquarium to bring the ammonia and nitrate level down, and that will be good for your fish when you guys do add them. So this is the first method to test to see if your tank is cycled, or you guys can wait until a diatom or a algae bloom. You guys will know that your tank can support living things such as algae and diatoms. So that is how you guys know that your tank is cycled. So but this method is not a very good method, and sometimes you guys will not get a diatom or algae bloom until late in your reefing hobby. So testing your water parameters is the best way to go, but I will be just waiting for the diatom bloom, and I've already started the cycle of my tank on 25th of last month, which will be January 25th, and it's gonna go into 3 weeks if this week finish. Let's see, I will wait for 1 month and then I'll start adding my fishes, and by the time this video comes up, I will be already adding the fishes to the quarantine, so that I can observe them for 2 weeks more before I add them to my main tank. And quarantine is another video that I will be making, so wait for that video too. And with that said, we will be coming to the end of this video. If you guys do enjoy this video, do like, subscribe and share this video to a friend, and subscribe because I did see that my views count is more than my subscribers count. So if you guys do like the content of my video, do consider subscribing. That will be the greatest help for me as a creator. So thank you very much guys. Do keep your batteries up to watch my next video.
That's done.